Hi, I'm Reid from readaboutsex.com, and this is Cathy Vartuli from the intimacydojo.com. And today, we're going to talk about cleavage. And I actually, I'm bringing the camera down because I want to show off the new Sex Geek tank tops.
Yes, they're very comfy.
But because we do have a lot of male watchers of these videos, let's do a quick, and because of the last video that we did about arousal and shouting out to people,
yes,
let's talk about just really quickly, like when you put the tank top on and we're adjusting the camera, you're like, oh my goodness, that's showing a lot of cleavage. Yeah. Let's explain to our listeners why you would say that to yourself and make a note of that. Like, as a woman walking around in culture, like, illuminate the cleavage dilemma.
Well, I'm pretty open-minded about how much people show, but I've been brought up, part of it is I've been brought up in a culture where you're considered slutty if too much shows. So like a lot of women are always evaluating, I want to be sexy but not slutty. So there's a very fine line between that, like where am I on that spectrum? And also because I love having conversations with people, I really prefer having conversations with people that are looking here rather than...
Now, just as a dude,
yes.
Right? And I would like to think of myself as kind of somewhat, evolved. While I notice cleavage and sometimes want to look, or sometimes just catch myself looking without really understanding why I'm looking, and I'm like, God, I'm doing it again. I have trained myself to like look at somebody's eyes, but I think I came at it more from trying to connect with people because I create a better connection, men and women, and that helped me not forget about cleavage, but I've trained myself not to really break eye contact regardless of what's going on.
So if it was already lower, you would be okay?
I think I've trained myself to look people in the eyes because it's better to connect, not as a means of avoiding cleavage. However, because I don't stare at people's boobs, women have a different reaction to me. So there was this unintentional benefit.
Yes.
It's all really to say, like, come on, really? It's, it's not the 1800s. Do you still get men staring at your boobs and literally having a conversation with you like this?
I've had 15-minute conversations with people like that.
How is that even possible? Like, I mean, really? Like, I'm so sorry. On behalf of penis owners all over the planet, I apologize. Like, because I actually don't understand that. And I think there are a lot of really sweet men out there who also don't get that that's the experience. Like,
I think our primitive brain is wired to notice certain things, and cleavage is a sign that there's a fertile woman nearby.
I don't know that I actually believe in that. I understand the opinion, and maybe Christopher Ryan, we could all argue about this. I'm not saying that it's not my primitive brain that's trying to get you to getting me to look at your boobs, but I would like to argue that too, but that's another video.
Well, and I think some people aren't even aware they're doing it. Or they might be so much thinking, don't look at her boobs, that they're just...
I went through that phase of, oh my God, how do I do this right? How do I do this right? Don't screw it up, I screwed it up.
Yeah. And I think it can help, like, I've gotten comfortable enough with, not necessarily at work with everybody, but with some people I'd be like, up here.
You actually say that?
Yeah.
How do they react?
Some of them get really blushed, or some of them will giggle, and some of them are just like, oops, sorry. Like, it's not about shaming someone, it's just like, I don't feel really connected talking to the top of your head. And after a little while, it starts getting like, I should go change. Whereas it's just, I'm just walking around comfortable. I want to be able to be comfortable walking through the world.
And so for you, and I don't have a problem with people dressing slutty at all, whatever that means for them, but like, how do you navigate? Like, what would be your advice for women in dealing with those concerns for themselves?
I think that there's going to be some people out there that we're going to run into it sometimes, where people are just staring at our bodies and kind of, it feels a little objectifying to me. And I'm probably not going to spend a ton of time with people that are doing that. If it's someone that I value, I'll talk to them. I'll say, hey, listen, I need to talk to you about something. I glad you appreciate my body, but it occurs to me that you're staring at my boobs and not connecting with me as a whole being.
Mm-hmm.
So just sharing what I'm feeling with people I feel comfortable doing that with. And, if it's someone I have just met or don't like in general, then I'm not going to spend a lot of time with them.
Mm-hmm.
So for guys out there that want to connect with women, and I hear this complaint a lot, that they don't know how to connect with women, they're not getting the connections that they want, the dating or whatever. Notice your body language. Just start paying more attention to where your eyes are going and where that might, be more aware of what might make women uncomfortable.
Yeah. And I've done this before, and you have to be really true and honest about this. When I'm talking to somebody and whatever their body or whatever, I'm just like, I can't not look. And it's not like I'm powerless. It's just like I'm being distracted.
Yes.
In whatever's happening, I'm being distracted in my head right now by what's going on. Similar to like you and I are having a conversation and there's something going on behind you,
Yeah.
and I can't pay attention to you. Cop to it.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, I'm actually trying to have a conversation with you. I am being distracted by the glittery whatever you're wearing or the cleavage of your boobs. I know this sounds weird. Can I just take you in for a moment and in hopes that I can then focus and be with you, pay attention.
Owning it, saying it out loud can be powerful.
Being really respectful and polite about it. Right? Don't be like, may I take you in? And then be like, may I take you in? So that I can then
wait for a yes
focus
or no.
on you and the conversation. Would that be okay? Like, don't do it that way.
Wait till they say yes
be
or
like,
no.
Listen, I'm being distracted by your shirt. And this actually is real. I've met people who have like something printed on their shirt and it's like 3 lines long.
You try to read it?
You try to read it like surreptitiously, or they have a tattoo.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, do you mind if I read your shirt? Because I can't take it all in at once. And I realize it's printed right across your boobs. Or do you mind, can I just stare at your tattoo for a second because I want to look at it? As a guy doing that for women, I've noticed that there's a much different reaction than me just trying to stare.
Yeah, at that point it's
boobs.
kind of flattering and you can kind of enjoy the attention and it's not the creepy kind of trying to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a complex video because we're just talking about a lot of stuff. I thought with you wearing the shirt, it was a good idea to have it.
Excellent.
Leave your comments and your thoughts about this stuff.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you.
Any solutions you have, what's worked for you.
Yeah. Or even the challenges that you run into.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Come on, we had the end like that.
I know, it was very funny.
I'm trying so hard not to look at you.